5-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go! 15 line. 15 line. Check. 80 weapon.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. He'll wind up getting a yard. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. So likely a 3-and-out on their opening drive. That's not a good omen for a team that's lost 3 straight games.
Too many threes that you're mentioning right there. That's a number they've got to get off of. And the big risk you're running right now is discouragement amongst the ranks. How do you keep them up? How do you keep them motivated? They've got to dial up something to give themselves some confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Look to throw here. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
They'll run it with Jones. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive. Now Jones. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12.
3, 218, chop it. Check. Let's go.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
But we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here we go on 2nd and 12. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
No gain on the play there. Second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there, I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 30-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
Greystone, travel. Go, go.
Go.
On the ball.
Mike 51.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Hey.
Topper, topper.
24.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Drop deep, drop deep. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Blue draw Corkers.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Snap.
Let's go.
takes it down to the 10-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a handoff looking right. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Here we go, here we go. 50, win.
Looking to throw. He can run for it, and he will. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Right back to him on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down inside the 10, and finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Keep it up, keep it up. Kill. Hey, turn it up. H3, 2, 18, chopper. Show it up. Kill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
They'll try to run it in with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Check 31, check 31.
On first down, it's Jones, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. This thrown quickly out to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. All tied up at 10, 2 minutes left in the first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Slam, slam, slam.
80 weapon.
Slam, slam.
Hey, Jet.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Ready to break.
16. Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh. Back, back, back.
Pilot, 64, weak.
We want this. Joker, 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 Joker.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. Throwing, Jones. It's caught. Jones. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Myers' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween, and trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This is Jones. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
10 logo. Ready?
On 2nd down, it's Campbell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Wide, get wide.
On third down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Team 6. See ya.
16. All day, baby, all day. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
X3. 218. Chopper.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Play clock down at 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Mike 16. Mike 16.
Hey, Haywood.
Out. Shoot.
6-6. Pull it high.
Number 16's coming. Check Mike. Hey, defense.
Look. Squeeze. Hit it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On first down, it's Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They'll go again to Jones. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 33-yard line.
Set, ready? 60 or.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
3 A. Orbit.
Check. 3 down. Check 99. Check 99. Check.
Go.
I got motion.
Back to throw. Jones. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
2nd and 4. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a return will stop right around the 25.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Check, check. Lucky.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready. 70, Indy. Go. Now.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Campbell. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready.
16. Pick me up. Here we go. Switch.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 24.
You draw quarters. Hit it.
Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Protein spill. Fire.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Jones, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
This is fielded at the goal line. Yeah, they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. They'll look to throw.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 15-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. And he gets it past the 30, but not much further than that. And the extra point attempt snuffed down.
Well, times have definitely changed on the PAT, on the extra point, haven't they? A lot more effort goes into this play from both sides.
Yeah, because let's face it, a lot of time on extra points, the effort is not what it is when you're trying to block a field goal.
No doubt about it. And before, when the ball was snapped on the 2-yard line, it was really a virtual chip shot. Now everyone believes they can get to it and knock it away, and we know how crucial every point is. So the defensive guys, they spent a lot more time trying to get that done, which means there's more pressure on the offensive guys trying to kick it.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot, he took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 29-yard line. Back to throw. He finds McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Okay, break. 451. Go. Man, I got you.
They'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Get it.
Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody.